नमस्कार, बहुत-बहुत स्वागत है गाइस आपके अपने ही चैनल KFCS और क्रिकेट वाला पर। तो गाइस आज के दिन जो क्रिकेट हुई है, आज के एशेज़ के बारे में जानकारी लेंगे और बातचीत करेंगे कि आज जो सुपर सिक्स का मुकाबला था वो कितना अच्छा था और बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त मैच था। जिन्होंने भी मैच देखा होगा बहुत ज़बरदस्त देखने को मिला होगा। ओमान की तरफ से काफ़ी बढ़िया कॉन्टेस्ट देखने को मिला इस मैच में और आई होप जिन्होंने भी इस मैच को देखा होगा वो ज़रूर उन्होंने एंटरटेनमेंट मिला होगा कि बहुत ही अच्छा मैच था। क्लोज़ लेके गई ओमान जिसकी उम्मीद थोड़ी कम थी क्योंकि ज़िम्बाब्वे की जो बॉलिंग है वो अच्छी मानी जाती है बट फिर भी स्कोर जो है काफ़ी क्लोज़ तक गए, सिर्फ 14 रन से हार हुई है और ऐसा लग रहा था कि शायद जिस तरह से वेस्ट इंडीज़ को हार का सामना करना पड़ा था नीदरलैंड के अगेंस्ट तो वो दौर फिर से आ सकता है, दोबारा से सेम प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है। तो ऐसा लग रहा था बट अनफॉर्च्यूनेटली जो है ओमान की टीम जो है ये मैच नहीं जीत पाई लेकिन बहुत शानदार शतक भी लगाया और सीन विलियम्स उन्होंने अपना जो शतक लगाया बहुत ही शानदार और सही समय पर शतक आया वो और इस टूर्नामेंट का तीसरा शतक है। ये टूर्नामेंट बहुत ज़बरदस्त चल रहा है उनका वर्ल्ड कप क्वालिफायर्स का जिस वजह से ज़िम्बाब्वे की टीम जो है वन साइडेड डोमिनेट कर रही है। उनका जो परफॉर्मेंस है काफ़ी बढ़िया है, हालाँकि विकेट्स नहीं लिए उन्होंने बॉलिंग से लेकिन बल्लेबाज़ी काफ़ी ज़बरदस्त कर रहे हैं। तो उनका जो ऑलराउंडर एबिलिटी है उसके साथ के साथ सिकंदर रज़ा भी अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस कर रहे हैं। इरविन अ, एक मैच के बाद आए थे तो वो भी ठीक-ठाक खेले लेकिन ओवरऑल मैं कहूँगा कि ज़िम्बाब्वे की टीम काफ़ी बढ़िया चल रही है और एक कदम और बढ़ा लिया है वर्ल्ड कप क्वालिफ़िकेशन की ओर। अब ज़िम्बाब्वे की टीम को एक मैच और जीतना है और वो क्वालीफ़ाई कर जाएँगे। सामने होगी ज़िम्बाब्वे की श्रीलंका और स्कॉटलैंड, उनमें से एक मैच जीतना है और आराम से जो है ज़िम्बाब्वे क्वालीफ़ाई कर जाएगी। तो गाइस अब बातचीत करते हैं कि कल कौन-सा मैच होने वाला है। जो कल का जो मैच है वो बहुत ही ज़बरदस्त मैच होने के आसार हैं क्योंकि नीदरलैंड ने जो काम कर दिखाया है तो उसका फ़र्क तो पड़ेगा, बिल्कुल पड़ने वाला है। तो हमारे साथ कृष्णा नायर है। हेलो, हेलो, एम आई ऑडिबल टू यू कृष्णा? हेलो,
Yes, yes, Kunal.
यस आई होप योर नेटवर्क इज़ ओके।
Yeah, I've got Wi-Fi, good Wi-Fi. I hope that Wi-Fi stays good.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, okay. So let's come to the point of if I talk today's match, Christian Nair in Super Six, I thought that at some stage that yes, they can win the match, but finally, anyhow, Zimbabwe managed to win this match. But I will say
Yeah,
that Oman played really well
yeah,
against Zimbabwe. The type of
yeah,
bowling attack Zimbabwe have.
yep.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
means I thought Zimbabwe would have won by bigger margin. So because they recently defeated West Indies by 30 some odd runs, 35 runs, or I thought Zimbabwe would have won easily, but it was a close match.
yeah, definitely. Okay, so welcome Rahul in my live stream.
Hi, Kunal.
So yeah, so Rahul, how you see the today performance of Zimbabwe in terms of bowling because they only win the match just by 13 runs, scoring more than 300 runs.
Yeah, it was a really good effort from Oman to chase these runs. I didn't expect them to come so close. At one point, I thought Oman might actually chase down these runs. That didn't happen, but still, Oman gave Zimbabwe a very good run for their money, in my opinion. Zimbabwe batting was excellent, bowling not so much up to the mark. Also, too many no balls were being bowled, too many extras conceded. So uh, they did not bowl very well. They were not at their best with the ball, but at the same time, Oman really batted very well. There was a century from
Kashyap, yes.
Kashyap up the order, and then even Akib Ilyas, Zishan Maksud, until he got injured, he was playing well. Ayan Khan played very well. Mohammad Nadeem gave Oman some hope down the order. So all in all, I would say a moral victory for Oman, although they didn't get the points.
Yeah, if we talk about the before Super Six, also they beated Ireland. That is not easy task as a Oman team. That and finally we see tomorrow that how Ireland will play a Super 7 match.
Super 6,
Seventh
right?
place
Or
match.
Yes,
Super
Sorry,
7?
no, sorry.
not
Seven.
Super Six.
It
In
is seventh.
seventh place,
Yeah, seventh
place
place. Sorry.
semi-final, a
Oh, okay.
semi-final, you could say. But anyway, it's not a significant match. I'm not really paying too much attention to those matches. But I think Sri Lanka versus Netherlands tomorrow, that'll be a bigger match to see.
Yes, after West Indies defeat.
Yes, absolutely. So I guess more than any Oman fans, I guess West Indies fans would have been very disappointed today that Oman lost. They would have, if had Oman won today, that would have given West Indies some hope of trying to uh, get back into the hunt for qualifying. But that didn't happen.
Yeah, West Indies can hope from Netherlands also because if we talk about Sri Lanka team, so far Sri Lanka is very good without Chamira. Still, Chamira is not available for remaining match of qualifiers, but the bowling unit is solid. If I see Sri Lanka team, bowling team looks solid, but some concern with Kushal Mendes, Nishanka, these are not so consistent. So, Rahul, do you think that if Sri Lanka lose this match, the batting will be responsible?
If Sri Lanka loses to Netherlands tomorrow, well, it's hard to predict anything. You have to see how the match pans out before deciding who is responsible for the defeat or not. But let's first of all see if Sri Lanka loses tomorrow or not. I think most likely they will win against Netherlands, in spite of what Netherlands did to West Indies. Sri Lanka is not like West Indies team; they won't
Yeah,
let
and Sri
Netherlands
Lanka
back
have
into
good.
the match. If
Yeah,
Sri Lanka scores 350 plus, they're not going to let Netherlands come into the match. Hasaranga alone can destroy them.
Okay. Yes, Krishna Nair. Yes.
yeah. I'm saying that Sri Lanka bowling attack is little bit more better than West Indies. If you see Asaranga is in really hot form, picking up four, four, five wicket matches and is in red hot form. And against West Indies bowling, West Indies don't have good spinners. If you see in their bowling lineup, they don't have good spinners. They don't have good pacers as well. Sri Lanka is good pacers. There are Kumara, Chamira. Chamira is out, I think, right? Out the World Cup.
Yeah, yeah. But still, their fast bowling is good. Lahiru Kumara, Kasun Ranjita.
Much better than West Indies fast bowling. If you see hold that match, West Indies versus Netherlands, that holder we all know that he always leaks runs for Rajasthan Royals in IPL as well. In every match he conceded more than 30 to 40 runs. So that was expected. As I said that West Indies don't have proper bowler, don't have Kima Roach as well. In 2019 World Cup, still they had Kima Roach in that lineup. In this qualifiers, they don't have him as well. Their bowling lineup is still inexperienced. That's why team like Netherlands chased 374 to West Indies and won in super over.
Yeah, definitely some decisions I don't like from West Indies. Jason Holder, super over. And I think spinners will come in death overs. This is not good. Okay.
Yeah. So when you have Alzari Joseph in your bowling lineup, and you choose Jason Holder to bowl the super over, so clearly what to say. It's a brain fart decision from
Yeah.
West Indies. It's a brain fart decision. That's what it is.
Yes. Yeah, apart from this, let's talk about the Netherlands team also because Netherlands team has done something good in terms of batting also. If I talk about Scott Edwards, the way Scott Edwards is playing, Max O'Dowd, Vikramjit Singh, these are some promising batsmen who can trouble Sri Lanka too. We can't say that Sri Lanka can win it easily. I think maybe just like today, uh, like Oman gives some competition with bat, might be some competition from Netherlands also with bat tomorrow, possibly.
Yeah, it is very much possible for Netherlands to give a competition with the bat. I guess their best chance of winning tomorrow will be by chasing, but at the same time, it won't be easy because they are playing some really against a really good bowling attack. Sri Lanka is much stronger than West Indies. They have a stronger bowling attack, even if they see off the Pacers very well. Facing Hasranga, Tikshana, and possibly also Dhananjaya De Silva in the middle overs, that won't be a very easy task. So I think it's going to be a very uphill task for Netherlands tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay, so now let's talk about the Ashes. So finally, Smith comes with another 100, another record from Smith. Uh, 800s in England, and against England 1200s. So, yeah, do you think that now there is some pressure on Virat Kohli to perform? If we talk about Fab Four in this year, Kane Williamson made 100, Joe Root makes 100, and now Smith also makes 100. So now it's time for Virat Kohli.
See, well, I don't see it from a competition point of view. It's not a competition with them. Forget Smith, Root, Williamson, and all that. They're all on different teams. Kohli's the primary thing is for him to contribute to the team India. That is the utmost priority, and for that he has to start scoring runs again. Doesn't matter what Smith, Root, or Williamson or any XYZ batsmen are doing. Virat Kohli is one of the top players in the Indian team. He has to perform regardless of what other teams are doing. So it's for Virat Kohli and for Team India that he needs to show the performance, not for anyone else.
Yeah. Okay, Krishna and I, your views on Smith's century.
Yeah, it was a fantastic. He started to attack broad from the starting of when he faced his first delivery. Uh, he played with the attacking mindset. He didn't play much defensive in his approach. If you saw in Edgbaston Test match, he struggled against broad. So this time in this test, he played with the attacking mind approach, and he played with positive intent. That's why he made his century. Otherwise, if he would have played slowly some balls and he would have played slowly, so I feel he wouldn't have made his century. So by Smith was to score 100. In his last test, he didn't score a 50 as well. This time, he proved the crowd and he proved haters as well and proved everyone that he is one of the best test batsmen in this era and he's one goat in test cricket. That's why he proved today that he's Sir Don Smith.
Yeah. Okay. So Rahul, in day at the end of day one, Australia were around 350 runs, and total they are all out in 416 runs. Can you say that the England bowlers will come back and finally uh, there something came into the match as early as possible?
They're not only in the match. I might even say they have a slight upper hand now in the match. I mean, today the day totally belonged to England. They did very well, not just with the ball but with the bat also. 278 for four in reply to 416 is a pretty decent. It's a pretty good reply, and many of the top order batsmen stepping up. You have, sorry,
Ben
yes,
Duckett 98,
Crawley. All of them should have made their landmarks. That's the only thing missing. Crawley 48, Pope 42, Ben Duckett 98. He should have got his century.
century.
Only Joe Root failed surprisingly. Uh, of course, the short ball tactic really worked out well for Australia. Three of the four wickets that fell were all to short balls, short pitch deliveries. But yeah, that's one thing that can still derail England in this match. They have to be a little bit wise. Even if you want to play with positive intent, you should not throw your wickets away like that. Uh, they were too focused on trying to go for sixers, in my opinion, and I think that's why I say this baseball approach is can be pretty reckless at times, and especially against short pitch bowling, when you know that the opposition is going to bowl bouncers at you cannot keep on just going for the hook shots every time. You also have to play a little bit smart certain times. Play duck a few balls, make Australia change their tactics a bit, so they'll bowl something else. That's how you make bowlers bowl to you and not at you. There's a big difference in that. Bowlers bowling at you means they're dictating the terms. When they bowl to you, that means the batsmen are dictating the terms.
Yeah. Okay. So Rahul, do you think that England is doing so much experiment regarding to Johnny Barristow? Because Johnny Barristow is not that type of player that you can use him in number seven. I think he is a player of number three, number four, or five, not more than that.
So in Test cricket, I'm not sure who you can demote in this order to bring Bairstow up to number three or number four, in my opinion, because Crawley, Duckett, and Pope, these are all top order batsmen, and Joe Root is a number four batsman. If anything, maybe you can bring Bairstow after Root. You can bring him ahead of Harry
Yes.
Brook and Ben Stokes. So at number five, you can bring him for sure. Number three and number four, I'm not very sure, but yeah, he will realize, he can realize his potential more at number five. However, in Test cricket, sometimes batting order doesn't matter too much. There's no such thing that if you're a number seven batsman, you won't have chances to score. You might, because there's plenty of time in ODI or T20. Batting lineup matters a little bit more, and if you're a number seven, your chances go down a lot. That's not really the case in Test cricket as such, because in Test cricket, very often most players do get a chance to bat in an
Yeah.
innings.
Yes. But sometimes it happens na, if at same time so many wickets came, then you will every day say that Barrister is not that type of player who will play lower down the order, who should be upper of the order. I think at least Ben Stokes should come after Barrister, at least.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think Bairstow at number five. I'd even have Harry Brook at number six. I'd have Bairstow ahead of Brook and Stokes. I would definitely consider doing that.
Because I think England have Ben Foakes who can play at number six, seven because he is that type of batsman. Uh, so Krishna Nair, your views on using Barrister in a batting order for England?
See, Bairstow is type of a wicket keeper and he's doing a Ben Fox role, but he can't match Ben Fox as a wicket keeper. But his attacking mindset of Bairstow, that's why England have kept him. After Bairstow, there is no batter left. Even Moeen Ali is injured and he's not there, and his spinning is not working. And he came after a years. That's why he got injured and he was dropped from the XI. He was injured. That's why. But Bairstow is a attacking batsman and Ben Stokes is coming to handle the innings, handle like how Kane Williamson handles. But Root is an anchorer. But now in the baseball approach, Root is playing in the aggressive mindset. That's why he tried to hit a short ball tactics, but that didn't work for Root. I don't know why he hit that shot. He should have ducked inside that, and Stokes wouldn't have come to bat in the crease today. So I feel biggest blighting that short ball. He should have ducked it. And if you talk Basto loves short balls. He attacks
Uh,
Yeah, I agree with what Krishna Nair is saying. Basically, Ben Folks is left out of the team because he doesn't fit into the baseball approach as well as Johnny Bairstow does. Bairstow fits the baseball approach. In fact, that is the same reason why Moeen Ali was picked in the first test match of the series, because mainly because of baseball, nothing else. He wasn't exactly picked because of his spin bowling. He was picked because he can do baseball, and he'd give England eight batsmen. They also prepared a flat wicket for the same.
Yeah,
yeah,
but if you see this time, England don't have an extra batsman after Johnny Bairstow. That's a big concern. If tomorrow Brooks and Stokes have to take England lesser the lead to 100, and then Basto, if Brook or Stokes gets out, then Basto can come and plays a natural attacking role. So the lead goes more down than 50 runs. So even their bowlers can bat. If you see Ollie Robinson in the last test match, he scored quick 30, means he played a good cameo of 30 runs. So Ollie Robinson can also bat as well. So Broad can also bat. So uh, if England don't collapse, then they can get a lead as well. Who knows? So the the batting of Brooks, Stokes, and Bairstow will be the match for England if they have to get a lead and put Australia into bat in the third innings.
Yeah,
And if you see in the getting a big lead will be vital for England because Warner big if Pope wouldn't have dropped the catch of Warner, Warner wouldn't have made that 60 odd in the first inning. So that dropping catches of England is also quite vital. They are leaving so many drop catches. They are not fielding. Their catching is very poor. That's also
Yeah.
main concern that
So
Australia reached to 416 runs today.
yes, absolutely. But the thing is, you don't prepare for dropped catches in a match. You have to hold on to your catches. That's the thing. You cannot say we might drop catches in the field, so we have to score more runs. That you cannot do. But tomorrow, I think England should be looking to get a lead, in my opinion, some kind of a lead. That should be their goal. I don't think it should be about reducing the deficit. I think they should go in thinking take the lead and try to go past Australia score, try to go to 450 runs. If Stokes and Brook get a should continue their partnership. Now they are going well, so continue that partnership. Then let Bairstow come in. He's another established batsman. Then these three batsmen should try to get England the lead. That should be their goal, especially with the baseball approach and the way they keep the scoreboard ticking and moving the runs quickly. They should be looking to get the lead, not rather than reduce the deficit.
yeah. Okay. Okay, some genuine question from Rohit that what would happen if Oman won today against Zimbabwe? They came close yet so far. So if we say about the Zimbabwe team, I think that was slightly impossible because we know Zimbabwe bowling attack. But if Oman win this match, all scenarios will work for West Indies because I think West Indies will also think tomorrow that Netherlands will beat Sri Lanka. Then there will be some chances for West Indies because I think when West Indies will meet with Sri Lanka, I'm pretty confident that West Indies can win that match.
Mm,
So for West Indies scenario, I think so. Oman should won it.
yeah, definitely. Oman win would have been good for West Indies, but now West Indies have to take care of their own business now. That's what they need to do. They have to first they have to defeat Scotland, regardless of what happens tomorrow between Sri Lanka and Netherlands. They have to take care of their match and defeat Scotland. That's the first priority. Whether Netherlands wins, defeats Sri Lanka or not isn't relevant. Of course, if Sri Lanka wins tomorrow, things get a little bit harder for West Indies. But there is also a match between Sri Lanka and Zimbabwe, and then West
Yes,
Indies face Sri Lanka themselves. Then so West Indies, if they win tomorrow, then they can hope that Zimbabwe will defeat Sri Lanka, and then they will defeat Sri Lanka in their uh, not in their final match, but they will defeat Sri Lanka and then go on to defeat Oman. So that is going to be their path. It's a simple thing. First, West Indies has to win all their three matches, then have some luck, hope that the other matches will some results will go their way, but those are not in their hands. What is in their hands is winning three matches. So from their perspective, don't think about the other matches or what results could or could not be.
okay. Rohit is telling the Zimbabwe is sure the first team to qualify for qualifier. Who can be the second team? Rohit, I will tell you that if Zimbabwe lost against Sri Lanka, then Sri Lanka will be first team to qualify. Definitely.
Yeah, I feel Sri Lanka has more chance than Zimbabwe to qualify in this qualifier round in the World Cup. So I don't see. I feel Zimbabwe will be the second team to qualify for the World Cup. I don't see West Indies qualifying. Can't underestimate them. So, but their bowling, their batting is still okay. Their Puran is scoring centuries. Then uh, the openers are gave a good start in the last game, but still, the because of the bowling, I don't see West Indies coming into top two. I feel Sri Lanka and Zimbabwe will qualify for the World Cups.
Yes, of course. After if Oman win today, then might be scenario will go in West Indies' favor. Might be. Yeah, but over and all, we can say that the World Cup qualifier is interesting. You
Yeah.
can watch highlight after the World Cup qualifier ends. So can Netherlands beat Sri Lanka tomorrow? Is there any chance? Yes, 50
There
50.
is a chance.
50
Oh,
50.
50-50. Oh, okay, okay. I wouldn't go with the 50-50. As such, I probably say 80-20 in Sri Lanka's favor. Sri Lanka is definitely a better team than Netherlands. So, if 80-20, I think is a fair assessment in my mind.
Actually, I'm just thinking about the batting of Netherlands because if Netherlands bat well, then the scenario might be changed for Sri Lanka. Might be.
Yeah, but if you have Sri Lanka, you have the main bowler from Sri Lanka, Asaranga, who will take wickets in crucial times. Can't leak runs. Doesn't leak runs in crucial times. He's one of the gem of Sri Lankan bowling unit. So can't take that bowler out of the game. So I feel Sri Lanka are 90-10 favorites because of Asaranga's bowling. Is batting is also good of Sri Lanka. Opening stand of Sri Lanka. Kusal Mendes is also scoring good runs. Lanka has more chance to win the game.
But when I see the last match versus Scotland, that was slightly wins. I can say that Sri Lanka at time was collapse, and then they played Hasaranga, give only one wickets, and then three wickets to Dikshana. So I think bowling wise, Sri Lanka is good. If Hasaranga not perform, then Dikshana is there.
Uh, See, for Netherlands, they have to mainly get through those middle overs and face all the spin bowling that Sri Lanka has. Sri Lanka has decent spin bowling resources. Netherlands has to negotiate that with the minimal loss of wickets to be in the hunt, because West Indies don't really have spinners who can really put on the choke in the middle overs. Sri Lanka has got that, so that's what Netherlands really needs to look out for.
Yeah, another question. Logan Venby, can he get a IPL contract in future if he groomed properly, as he can be the biggest hitter of the game? Yes, might be, might not be, because in IPL teams, how they pick the players is different strategy. Because sometimes they pick like player is more famous, more trending, then they can buy them. Otherwise, like Shanaka, he can be unsold again. In IPL, we can't predict. I think
I
Logan
mean,
when
he can get a contract. I won't say no. If you look at Sikandar Raza, for example, Sikandar Raza, he performed well in international cricket last year, and he got a contract this year for whom? Punjab
Punjab,
Kings.
yeah.
Yeah, so there is every possibility that Logan Van Beek can also get an IPL contract. Now you can see a trend, more and more the smaller nations are coming into the IPL fold. So there, I cannot rule out the possibility of Logan Van Beek getting an IPL contract. We'll have to wait and see which franchise he joins.
Actually, I think we have to perform consistently. If he join another leagues also, then might be he will get some chances in IPL.
Yes, absolutely. Uh, but he's likely to get a contract in other leagues. If he has a chance in IPL, definitely other leagues will take him, especially leagues like PSL and all that. They actually, PSL, they take in more associate nation cricketers compared to the IPL. So if he can get in there into the PSL, then that'll probably be a stepping stone for the IPL, because if a lot of players who did well in PSL as well as other T20 leagues around the world, they got a chance in the IPL. We have seen that before, especially when they perform in leagues like PSL, BBL, CPL, or the 100, you name it.
Yeah, will PBKS retain Raza in next season? Yes,
Yeah,
of
of course
course.
they will. Definitely. Sikandar Raza was one of their best players of this season. I think they should definitely retain him. There's no question about it.
Yeah, definitely. I think Sam Curran will also be retained. They will not let Sam Curran. Yeah. Okay, so if we see the situation of England, do you think Rahul here in previous match Australia won that? In this match to win for England, do you think at least 100 lead is required against Australia? At least 100.
Yes, I think I'm not even going to say 100, maybe 150 run lead, I think would be needed. I'm going to push it up a little bit. I think they need a 150 run lead to put this Australian team under pressure.
against
Even a
who?
100 run lead, Australia could overcome because this wicket is looking good for batting so far. So you need that extra cushion. And in spite of all the talk about baseball and Australia not playing a more traditional style of Test cricket, even they are scoring runs at a quick pace. They are not. Exactly, it's not like they are scoring at only 2.5 runs and over.
Actually,
They
reason is
scored at
only one.
4 runs more than 4 runs per over in the first innings, so that cannot be ignored.
Actually, reason is only Travis Head. The way Travis Head is making the innings for Australia, that's why run rate is slightly good
Hello,
against
Kunal.
England.
Yeah, it is,
Hello,
but
Yes,
we
Kunal. I'm
cannot
saying
say
that.
even Warner scored at a decent pace. Even Labuschagne, I mean, 47 or 93 in a Test match is a decent pace. Uh, even I think that is a decent pace. Carry 22 of 43, Cummins 22 of 33. So, and even Smith, he scored at near 60 strike rate, 110 of 184 is not very bad. So I wouldn't say it's only because of Travis Head, although Travis Head scored pretty at a pretty quick rate. But most of the batsmen around Head also were scoring at a decent pace, so I wouldn't ignore those.
yes, Krishna.
No, I am saying that getting 150 lead is a big, quite difficult because of how horse bowling is good. So, first you have to score those 138 runs, then try to get at least 50 runs lead. If you have wickets left, then you can go for 100-run lead, because if you don't have wickets left, then you will stick onto a lesser lead to Australia to bat in. So first you have to try to save the wickets in the first hour tomorrow morning session, because morning session wicket goes. We have seen in every test matches that morning session a wicket goes, and that's a big concern for England. So first you have to bat decently, get the lead to 50, means trail by 50, then go for a 50-run lead. I don't think England will get 150 runs lead. It's a quite impossible task because
I
they
don't
don't
think
have
they will
extra
either.
batting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
because
don't think
quite
they will get a 150 lead, but I think they should try to. I think they can get a 50-run lead possibly, but they should aim for 150 lead. If they aim for a 150 lead, then they can get to maybe a 100-run lead. If they aim for just 50 run lead or 100-run lead, then they might barely get any lead at all. It'll be negligible because any lead below 100 on this track, in my opinion, is negligible. It's not really much of a lead in my mind.
Yeah,
In
that's
fact,
what.
with
But
the way
England don't have batters apart after Johnny Bairstow. That's a big concern. Batting depth is quite
But
weak if you see.
big, but the at the pace England scores, it's I won't rule out 150 completely. It's difficult, but I won't rule it out because England scores at a very rapid pace. In fact, with the way at the pace that they are scoring, they can even cut out most of this 138 run deficit by lunch tomorrow. Let's say they score 120 runs in the first session tomorrow, they will that will cut out most of the deficit. Then let's say they do 120 for two even, then they're almost at Australia's score. Then from there they can really relax the second session a little bit. They can try to take a lead in the second session, make the lead very big.
Yeah, but I think so. All the things will depend upon Ben Stokes, the way Ben Stokes will play and build the innings. Because I think Brook will be the what type of player who can play baseball type. He can go on for boundaries in regular intervals. Only in that case, if Ben Stokes will be on one side, then I think so. Then it will boost the confidence of Barristo also at the time when you need a quick lead of 100 odd runs. So I think this game can go anywhere. Third day will decide who will win this game, most probably.
Yeah. And England are quite good chasers in the fourth innings. They means they have chased around target of 400 as well in English conditions. So they are good chasers. That's why Ben Stokes opt to bowl. If he doesn't chase, then it will be big shame for Stokes as a captain that he couldn't chase a target as well. Because if you see recent English conditions, chased 300 target against New Zealand. He chased 378. So in English, always used to. So let's see how he chases against this Australian team.
But one suggestion I will always give to England that Stokes should be your last batting. I think you should promote Barristo up of the order at least before Harry Brook. Then your batting looking more solid. I think so because Barristo is not your number seven batsman. Okay, so guys, today we talk about the Ashes and World Cup qualifier as well, and within 1 to 2 days we will get final Asian Games 15, 16 players that who is finally going, and we will confirm about World Cup also that who will be in World Cup and who will participate in Asian Games because both games will happen simultaneously. So let's see. Within 1 to 2 days, we will get a team, and then we will make a possible playing 11. That how you can. It already we have discussed. I think 90% players will be selected. Those who we are saying, I think there will be might change in bowling unit. So your prediction for tomorrow, Rahul, Sri Lanka or
For
Netherlands?
Oh, okay. I think it'll be Sri Lanka.
Okay,
Very safe prediction. I think it's going to be Sri Lanka.
okay. So prediction wise, how much runs you are thinking about from England?
From England tomorrow, I'm going to say they'll get a 50-run lead tomorrow. I think they'll get up to, let's say,
Five,
470. I
four,
think
seven.
470 all out would be my prediction.
Okay. Okay, so I think so in that way then might be game will be hanging in balance. If there is 50 runs lead, I think Australia will compensate it and try to make a target. Then again the game will be in balance. So let's see what will happen. But yes, another PBK's management doesn't use Raza properly. That's why we are saying that no need, there is no logic to drop Raza because you don't use Raza properly. I think 2 3 matches you are giving only to Raza when I think PVK's management is such a confusing management. He's taking so many overseas player and then they are confused that all rounder should play or batsman. So I think that is the problem with PBKS. Your views, Rahul?
Yeah, definitely. It's been the case for many years right now. Punjab Kings arguably is the opposite of Chennai Super Kings. Chennai Super Kings is very organized about their playing template and how to implement their strategy. Punjab Kings is a total chaos. They don't know what they're doing. And for last 4 or 5 years, you've seen several even opening batsmen playing in the lineup. So they just choose randomly. They just randomly choose players based on names, not for performance or based on team composition. That is a big problem with the Punjab Kings, and that's why for a very long time they've not made the playoffs. In fact, historically, when it comes, if we're looking at in terms of winning trophies, making playoffs, uh, and all that, Punjab Kings could be argued as the worst franchise in IPL history,
Yes, very less
because
playoff, very less. I think so.
they've
Four, I think.
yeah,
Four.
they've made the playoffs very few times, even at least Delhi Capitals, uh, RCB, at least RCB has been in the final three times. RCB is among the three teams that didn't win the IPL. RCB is trolled the most for not winning the IPL. You don't see Delhi Capitals or Punjab Kings getting trolled much for not winning the IPL, but you see Royal Challengers Bangalore getting trolled a lot for not winning the IPL. Yet they have made the final three times, more times than Delhi Capitals and Punjab put together. Delhi Capitals have made the final only once. Punjab Kings have, as Kings 11 Punjab, they made the final
Final.
once. But other than that, they've rarely even been in the playoffs. Often they've even finished near the bottom of the table.
Yeah. So I think that is a management issue and their coach selection also. So let's see what will happen. That is the IPL topic. But yes, upcoming days we will talk about the World Cup as well as Asian Games. Who will be the playing 11, and so few days we will get a list, and finally we will discuss. So guys, for this, the subscribe it and press the bell icon so that you will get all the important updates of the cricket all around. So thank you, Rahul Iyer, for your time. So see you
Thank you.
tomorrow
Yeah, see you
for World
tomorrow.
Cup. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Goodbye and good night, guys.